Hello and welcome back to another video. I thought we'd start this week's video with a bit of a chatty catch-up, to be honest, and kind of like getting back on track and filling you guys in on everything that is going on at the minute. So I think first things first, let's just address, I finished the triathlon. Not going to be doing any cycling or swimming. That's actually a lie, I'm going swimming tomorrow. Not going to be doing any cycling for a little while. I honestly just feel like I need a break from cycling. And I did mention in my triathlon video, and if you haven't watched that, you can go check that video out. I'll link it up here for you. But I am running a marathon in July. We're currently in March, so I've got a few months still until the marathon. But I'm just like really determined to get a really good time in the marathon. I think being realistic, sub 4 hours 30 minutes is probably achievable for me. In the dream world, I would love to get a sub 4, but I think just being realistic with like where I'm at now and how much time I have to train, I should be able to get a sub 4:30. So I want to put like all of my effort into running, and I started doing Pilates again, which is great because I took a break from Pilates for literally like probably close to 3 months because I wasn't allowed to do it after I had my surgery done last year. And then when we came back and I was allowed to exercise again, I was doing the triathlon, so I think I went back to Pilates like last week or something. So I'm back on that, and I actually think I might go and lift some weights again this year. If you guys have been following along, I have mentioned a few times that I did not lift one single weight last year. Like, I just completely fell out of love with weightlifting. I used to be a girl, I used to be a gym girly. Like, I would go hit my 130 grams of protein every day. I would be in the gym, I would be lifting weights, etc. And then last year I was just like, you know what, it's just not for me anymore. I was just over it, I didn't really enjoy it, and I was just going for the sake of trying to keep my physique pretty much. And last year, so I just didn't go at all. But this year, I'm kind of getting that little itch back that maybe I want to go and train glutes again. So I think that could be coming back on the cards. But I really want to give my all to marathon training. I want to feel fit, and I've actually really noticed in the last few times that I've ran, and I'm guessing this is also probably as a result of all of the training that I was doing for the triathlon, and my aerobic base just being so much better than what it was before I started that. But I can actually run now at like fast for me, like a fast pace, and not feel like I'm gonna die. And if you guys know me, like I don't particularly enjoy running. I solely run to improve my cardiovascular fitness and my heart health. So to actually be able to run like what I consider fast speeds and not die is just crazy. Stephen and I yesterday went and did a 10k run together, and it was meant to be at like a comfortable pace for us, and I was running at a 5:45 pace, which actually for the first 5k felt comfortable. The last couple of k's I started getting a little bit tired, so maybe I should have been like a little bit slower than that. But I feel like all of a sudden I've just reached this point where I feel like I can run comfortably and just not be out of breath and not be dying. Anyway, I'm like completely rambling about running, and I'm sure you guys don't find that interesting. I've just been chilling here, eating these cotton candy grapes, which I love. They're so good. I would love to know, like, are these naturally made, or is it some sort of like genetic mutation type thing, like something they've made in a lab basically to make it taste like cotton candy? Because they're so good, and if you haven't had these, you need to try them. I really want to give the apartment a big deep clean. It's been like bugging me for a few days. I just feel like the place doesn't feel clean, and I hate that feeling. And Stephen will like to tell you that he is the tidy one out of the two of us, and that would be absolute BS. He is clean, but he's not tidy, whereas I feel like I'm tidy and clean. So I just feel like the place needs like a scrub, like a really good scrub. I'm gonna give you an example of how boys are just A, annoying, but B, messy, because look at this. So just as an example, we have a rule that whoever gets out of bed last has to make the bed. But look at how this boy makes the bed. Firstly, the sheet is on top of the blanket and the duvet. Pillow doesn't even have a pillowcase on it, and it's just like an absolute mess. These pillows are stood up, those pillows are laid flat. And it's like, is this just a boy thing? Because this irritates the absolute hell out of me. But yes, I think I just really want to give like the place like a big clean, like scrub all the surfaces, big vacuum. So I think we're gonna do a little time lapse, and I'm gonna do that now. already feel so much better. I just love, there's just something special about having a clean home. I feel like today I went down like a bit of a spiral, as I do every now and again, into wanting to own a home. And that is obviously something that Stephen and I are saving for at the minute. But I think the reality is house prices in Sydney are so expensive, and I really, really don't want to buy an apartment. Like, I want to buy a house, I don't want an apartment. And the area that we live in it's really expensive to do that. So I was just kind of scrolling today on Domain to see what there was available, and basically realizing that my idea of wanting a house in the next couple of years is maybe just a little bit unrealistic. So I think in like actually thinking financially and being sensible, we probably wouldn't be able to buy a home, like a house that we would live in. I think the reality of the situation will be that when we're ready to buy, we'll buy an investment property and we'll continue to rent in the area that we actually want to live in. But it's just so crazy to me to think that if we were to move back to the UK, I reckon we could definitely buy ourselves like a very nice house, like an actual house, if we weren't living in London, basically. Like if we were living probably anywhere other than London, we could probably get ourselves like a nice house. And over here, it's just like so freaking expensive that we just can't do that. Anyway, I don't really know why I got myself onto that little rant. I feel like every so often I just go through these phases of feeling like I really want like the next thing in life, but I feel like you're always chasing something, right? Like I feel like I'm definitely one of those types of people where there's always something else, something better that I want or that I need, and that's not always the best mentality to have. Like it is and it is and it is, because obviously you always want to be growing and developing and learning, but in the same sense I feel like you also just need to be happy and grateful as to where you are right now in life. Like when I was thinking about this earlier and I was like, oh, you know, I really wish that I had a house. And then I was thinking, oh, you know, if we were living back in the UK, we probably would already have a house by now. And then I was actually thinking that's like such a silly mindset, because I literally love living here more than anything, and I would absolutely give up not being able to have a house at this point in life for my life here in Australia. And I think I just realized that there are people out there that would probably look at my life and think my life is a dream, and then obviously I look at other people's lives and I think their life's a dream. And I just always feel like the grass is always greener, right? Like you always want what you can't have, and there's pros and cons to everything in life. But anyway, that was a bit of a deep and meaningful 2 minutes, but it's dinner time. We're gonna go to the supermarket. I think we're gonna make burgers tonight. We haven't had burgers in ages. Basically, a lot of the time what I try to do for dinner is like whatever I cook for dinner, we'll have for lunch again the next day. And there's like obviously a few meals like burgers, katsu curry, carbonara, like a few meals that just don't translate well into lunch the next day, so we don't have them very frequently. But I think we're gonna have a burger today. So, bit of a rogue one. And I know I just said we were making dinner, but we did decide that we're gonna go and get dessert before dinner. Probably a bad idea, but I do quite like the idea of having had dessert and then not actually having to leave the house again. So we're gonna go get some mochi. 700 grams, so this could be an expensive one, guys. This is my Biscoff order. It's basically just vanilla yogurt with the strawberries, raspberry coulis, tons of Biscoff, and the cookie dough. What did you get?
Oh, that was smart.
Everything. Literally everything. I feel like it's always the risk when you come to Yochi, especially because we've come before having dinner, so you obviously end up picking up more than what you usually get. But you never know how much it's gonna cost. But this was $30 for both, so kind of expensive, but here we are. So this Woolies that we're in is our old local Woolies, and I just feel like it's like the bougiest Woolies. I don't know why, I just think everything in here, like all the displays look so fancy. So they have changed a little bit since we were in here, because now they've got the cheese corner. They used to have a whole room specifically dedicated to cheese, but they do now have a sushi counter in here. And we are done with the shop. Oh, the little doggies. The little doggies are barking at each other. Oh, look at the little sausage dog. And the big husky. Good morning. It's bright and early. It's like just gone 6 o'clock. I really had to drag. When I say drag, I mean force myself to come out on this run today, because I really did not want to. I was meant to do it yesterday and I didn't do it yesterday, so
I'm doing it today, and I've told myself I'm not allowed to miss a workout in March. So because I didn't do this 5k run yesterday, I've got to do it now this morning. So here we are, bright and early, about to go for a run. About 2k's in, just over. It's actually really nice being out this morning because it's not 30 degrees like it has been on every other run that I've done recently. So although I am sweating, I'm not sweating as much as I usually would be by this stage of the run. Just back from my run, showered and changed back into activewear because we're actually going to go play pickleball. I know last week we played paddle and I said, oh, it was not normal for me to go for a run, paddle and then swim on the same day. But actually today I've done a run. Now I'm going to play pickleball and then I'm actually going to meet a friend for a swim straight after. So lots of activewear changes today, but just waiting for Stephen to get ready and then we'll head down to go meet Dan and Kira. Vibe so far is that pickleball I think is better than paddle. I feel like pickleball is more like we're quite equal boys and girls, whereas in paddleball Gem and I were honestly useless against the boys, but this is actually really fun and I feel like everyone's kind of like similar level of fitness, which is good. Change number 3 of the day. I'm now in my swimming costume and some shorts. Pickleball was so much fun. I would 100% play pickleball again. I think I preferred it to paddle. I feel like with paddle, especially because we obviously played boys and girls, like paddle, I don't know, it was just a lot. And I'm not that good at racket sports. I definitely prefer pickle, so I would play that again. It would be funny to see if we could play Rob and Gem again at pickle and see how much different it would be, because honestly when we played paddle, like the boys were just slamming them at each other and Gemma and I like did not stand a chance. So yeah, anyway, it was fun. I don't really actually have that much time to stand and chat because I am meeting a friend soon, so I'm gonna jump on the bus and head down to Bondi and go for a swim. I am back from all of my activities. I've just got some pasta for lunch. Just jumped out the shower and washed my hair, and I am just going to watch a bit of TV before I get ready and go into the city because I need to do a little bit of shopping today, which is very unlike me, but I am going to Korea in like a few days. When I just checked the weather forecast, it said it's going to be snowing on some of the days, and I just like don't really have that many warm clothes, so I'm going to just have a little wander around the shops in the city and just see if I can find anything. I'm gonna buy myself some Uggs. I think that's like what I have in my head that I actually definitely want to buy today. So I'm gonna go try on some things and just have a little mooch around. I actually might meet Kira because she says she also needs to go shopping today, so I might go see her again when we go shopping. But yeah, I just went down to Bondi Icebergs and did a little bit of swimming with actually a new friend that I've made. I know I said in like a few videos back that I wanted to make new friends, and one of the girls that I was doing swimming lessons with was like, hey, like, do you want to go for a coffee? So we went for a coffee last week, I think it was, and then this week we've just gone like swimming and went for the sauna and got a coffee. I say coffee, I had a tea. But yeah, that's kind of like my little update of the morning. So I need to blow dry my hair because it's literally like dripping wet right now, and then head out for a little afternoon of shopping. So the main thing that I came into the city to get, which is a pair of Uggs, the store that I wanted to buy them at because I had a gift card for that store, don't have the ones, or they kind of just have them. They look like an odd color, and the lady was like, oh, it's because all the sheepskin is different colors, but I've never seen that with Uggs before, and now I'm thinking maybe it's like just a shop that doesn't actually sell like legit Uggs. Anyway, I've just seen the ones I want. They have them in Maya, so I'm gonna go to the Maya that's in the city and see if they have them in stock first. Fingers crossed, because that's like really the only reason that I came all the way into the city, as opposed to just going to my local shopping centre. Okay, it's super windy, so I hope you can hear me, but the Uggs ended up being a no-go, which is such a shame because I actually really like them. I know I'm like a year late to the party, but I do really like them. However, when I was trying them on, like they were snug around the foot, and I even tried the size up, and they were still kind of snug around the like top of my foot. But the heel, like my heel kept slipping out of them, and I said to the girl, it's normal. She was like, yeah, it's just because of the way the platform is. But I don't think I could walk around. Like, the whole reason I'm buying these shoes is for Korea, and I don't think I could be doing like 20,000 steps in shoes that slip off the back of my foot. I feel like it's a recipe for blisters firstly, but I also just think it would be really, really, really annoying. So I did unfortunately leave them, but I'm gonna go meet Kira because she's just in Maya now as well. So now I'm feeling a little bit stuck as to what I'm going to do shoe-wise, because really the only closed-toe shoes I have are my New Balance. So I'm going to be a little bit stuck when we're in Korea. Guys, I actually love these jeans and I really, really, really want them, but I hate when jeans do this. Like, why is there just that much extra space? And then I'm thinking, is it worth buying them and having them tailored, because that was it. They're just from Cotton On, so they're a cheap pair of jeans, but I don't know if I really want to go spend like extra money to get them tailored, but I do really, really like them. I don't know what to do. Okay, so these, I've got this pair, or, okay, this is the second pair. Now, I basically prefer everything more about those over these, aside from the fact that the waist fits better on these. So I feel like I probably answered my own question. I feel like I'm gonna buy those ones and go to a tailor and see if I can get them altered in time for when I go away on Thursday. I came into Kukai just to try on some dresses, just for fun. I'm not gonna buy them, but I'm obsessed with this. I love this dress. It fits so well and it's so cute. I also just love the color yellow too. I feel like I like wearing the color yellow. I'm back from shopping and oh my god, I am exhausted. Now I feel so tired. Also, do you ever find, like, whenever I go shopping and I'm like actually looking to buy things, I can never find anything, but I did pick up a couple of things. The first thing I got were some boots from Bellini. Also, like I said, the whole reason that I went into the city was to buy some Uggs, and then the Uggs just like fell off my feet every time I tried to walk. Didn't like fall off my feet, but like my heel would slip in and out, like my heel wouldn't like sit snugly. And then I was looking on TikTok and a lot of other people have the same problem, so I guess it is just like a problem with the shoes, but like no way would you want to walk around all day like that. But I picked up these boots from Bellini. They are just like plain black, no heel, and I've wanted a pair of boots like this for ages. I've said in a previous video that I've been trying not to buy many new things, but there are a couple of things that I feel like I would classify as essential, not essentials, that's not the right word, but things that I will get a lot of use out of and that I really am lacking in my wardrobe at the moment. And right now the only closed toe shoes that I own are trainers, and that's it. Literally trainers. So I thought these would be good, so I'm going to bring these to Korea with us. I feel like they'll be good for like an evening shoe, like when I don't want to wear my trainers, when I want to dress like a little bit nicer. But I was actually thinking realistically with boots like that, you're going to wear them with skirts, and I actually don't really own many skirts that aren't like little summer skirts. So this holiday, it's just stressing me out with the clothes. But the next things I bought were just 2 pairs of jeans, and I'm not going to keep both of them, but honestly I just couldn't decide which pair I liked more, so I bought both so that I can show them to Steven and he can give me his opinion. But they're really, really similar actually. They're both straight leg jeans, but this one is like a curvy jean, so it like actually fits well on my waist. And then the other ones are these ones here, and these ones here are like stretchy. If you guys ever remember the Joni jeans from Topshop, these are like, feel like this similarish material to that, like they are stretchy, whereas this pair here, which is again like just like a straight leg jean, but this is more like an actual denim, like not much movement in it. But I just can't decide which pair, so when Steven gets home, well actually I think he's gone out for some drinks, so tomorrow I will ask him, I'll try them on and see what he thinks. But I'm gonna make myself some dinner, I think, because Steven's not gonna be here. I'm gonna do some girl dinner, which basically in my world just means no protein, like no chicken. And I think I'm gonna make some ramen because that means that I don't have to go to the shop to buy anything. So I'm gonna cook some dinner and then I'm gonna chill out, I reckon, for the rest of my evening. Good morning. I have to go on a run today, a long run, my first long run in the marathon training block, and we're gonna do 12 kilometers. I am just about to open this can of Celsius, which I've never tried before, but Steven keeps getting it recently and I felt left out, so I'm gonna have one and try it for the first time. I think it's just like an energy drink, I'm assuming. I don't really know, to be honest. Sparkling kiwi strawberry flavor, 0 sugar, green tea extract, energy drink. There we go. Oh, that's lovely. Also, I've just realised Stephen's been drinking this. He's allergic to kiwi. So I guess this contains no real fruit. So it's just kiwi flavours, yeah, because he is allergic to kiwi. I've found myself recently, like, I've said before, I don't actually enjoy running, to be honest with you. I don't get a runner's high, and there's actually no real part of it that I find enjoyable. But I am doing it for my fitness and my health, obviously. However, I found that the thing that I struggle with the most is actually getting out on the run, like actually putting my running clothes on and making the decision to go for the run, I think is what I find the hardest. Because once I'm actually out running, it kind of just feels like, well, I've just got to get it done. So you just keep going. But getting myself to put my clothes on is 100% the hardest part. And I'm still on the hunt to find some running shorts that my legs don't properly chafe in. These like Gymshark ones that I've got on that I always wear, like these purple ones, and I've got them in like a reddy pinky colour too. They usually do the job, and I bought some Lululemon ones recently too, and I thought that they did the job, but I actually wore them out on a 10k run earlier this week, and my legs did chafe in them, so I'm kind of worried about that because obviously the marathon is 42 kilometers, so I like desperately need shorts that I'm not going to chafe in, and I don't really want to run in leggings. So if anybody has any recommendations, please send them through my way. This morning I've been like trying to decide which route I want to go running as well, which has been another reason why I've been procrastinating actually going out for my run. But I am thinking I actually might go to the gym and run on the treadmill, which I feel like no person that actually likes to run would voluntarily run on the treadmill over running outside. But I feel like I'm not in the mood to like actually pick a run and like pick a route, sorry, and like follow my map. So I think I'm just gonna go to the treadmill, and that means I can either watch a TV show like on the screens on the treadmill, or I can just listen to my audiobook, because I'm going to do like a zone 2 pace. And that's the other thing actually that benefits me about going to the gym and doing this on a treadmill, is that I'm just going to set a pace and just stick to that pace for the whole 12Ks. So I think I'm going to run at a 6:30 pace and see how I feel with that. So it'll take me like an hour and 20-ish minutes to complete. Come out for a quick little breakfast after my run. I'm starving because I actually ended up doing that run fasted. So we've come to a little Irish cafe, and I've got a fry up, and Stephen's got an even bigger fry up. So I'm back in the Westfield because Stephen is getting fitted for some running trainers finally. Every time we go out for runs recently, he's been complaining about how his ankles and feet hurt. So he's also been wearing trainers that are like 5 years old and they are falling apart. So he's finally getting fitted for some proper running trainers in prep for the half marathon, because he's also actually running the half marathon with me.
I think I like these ones the best.
Those ones?
Yeah.
What kind of colorways do you like? We've got so many of them.
Back from shopping, and honestly I feel like my shopping trips have not been very successful this weekend, because it's obviously still, well, it's technically autumn here now, but it's still really, really, really warm. So it's just been a bit of a nightmare actually finding stuff that's going to be suitable for Korea. So I did pick up a couple of bits, which I'll show you in a second. I've just come down to our parking garage to go into our storage cage, if I can remember the code, which I can, because I need to get our suitcases out, because I'm going to start packing for Korea today. My good old bike is in here as well, keeping safe until I'm ready to get it back out. Again, honestly, the storage cage is such a lifesaver, because it's just like all of these things. Like we've got these like extra dining chairs, we've got these, some of Stephen's old golf clubs, which he's told me he's going to sell, and then just like hasn't sold them. And then like our suitcases just get stored down there. We've got like loads of extra hangers. Honestly, it's just like an absolute lifesaver. We didn't have one of these at our old apartment, and it's so good to have one. Thought I would show you guys what I bought really quickly. Obviously, this outfit does not go together, but I picked up this cardigan. I actually saw this cardigan last year, and I was trying to be good with money, and I decided not to buy it, and I regretted the decision ever since. But they've brought it back out now in Uniqlo, because we are, like I said, coming into autumn. Ignore the top, because that's just the top I was wearing today. And then I got this little black skirt, so it's actually got little shorts underneath. Annoyingly, I probably could have done with the size down, but they didn't have it in stock, and I just really wanted it. So to be honest, it's not like that bad. Like I reckon with the belt I'll be okay, or I could just go get it tailored. But I like this, and I love when short skirts put shorts underneath so that you don't have to be worried about flashing anyone. But really what I'm thinking is those boots that I bought yesterday needed a skirt to be worn with them. So this is like exactly the type of skirt that I wanted, and then I'll wear tights underneath. And then yeah, I just thought this cardigan would be cute too. My task that I set myself for this afternoon was to pack, and I feel like I've been sat here procrastinating and doing everything but packing, but I think it's time to actually do it. If you guys have watched one of my packing videos before, basically what I like to do is just go through my wardrobe and pull out everything that I think is appropriate for the climate and the place that we're going to, and then from that I'll try to make some form of outfits. But I'm thinking that this is going to be a really, really big struggle because I obviously live in Australia where it's pretty warm most of the year, and I don't have that much stuff for a cold climate, so I'm gonna give it my best shot and just see where we get after we've pulled everything out of the wardrobe. This is the current progress. I've kind of pulled everything out of my wardrobe. Like I said, I really don't have much stuff for colder weather, but I've tried to like start putting some things together here that I'm going to try on in a second. And then I've just kind of got like loads of other random stuff. I've been looking on Pinterest to try and find some outfit ideas because obviously I'm just like so stuck with what the weather is going to be like. But I'm going to try some things on and hopefully then I can start packing things away. Honestly, what really has me stumped is the fact that I legit only have my New Balance trainers and those boots that I bought the other day. So I'm like trying to plan all of my outfits around just 2 pairs of shoes. Okay, I'm really, really, really happy with my progress. Let me run you through everything. This here is one dress and then a couple of just like going out tops that are all long sleeve. These are more like casual long sleeve tops. I've got 2 skirts here. This is gonna be my plain outfit, which is just some activewear, and then this little cardigan that I picked up today. Pajamas. That's the start of my activewear that I'm going to bring with me, but all of my running stuff is currently in the wash, so that will also be coming. So I'm going to be running in Korea. I've got blazers and jumpers, dresses, jeans. This is the only pile that I think I'm going to need to try and condense down because I think we're only there for like 9 days. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pairs of jeans, and I don't think that that is that necessary. I think one of these 2 pairs will go. I think probably this blue pair will go, and I'll keep the black pair. And then coats, I'm going to bring my trench coat, I'm going to bring this white fluffy coat, and then I also have a puffer coat that I'm going to bring as well, and then I'm going to bring this little bag that I picked up today, and then I'm also going to bring the black bag, my little like casual black bag too. I basically just tried on the majority of this stuff, and I'm so happy I did that. I feel like that was so productive because now I've highlighted like a couple of areas of my wardrobe that I don't have that I should buy. There's 3 things basically I'm going to go buy. The first is a pair of trainers, which I actually kind of looked at today and I thought, oh, you know what, I don't want to spend that much money on trainers. But like I said, I only have 2 pairs of closed-toe shoes. So I'm going to go buy those trainers, I think, tomorrow. The second thing is a long-sleeved white top. And annoyingly, I have to get this from Cook Eye because I feel like every other shop that I go to that sells long-sleeved white, or any white tops basically, it's always see-through. So I'm going to go to Cook Eye and buy that one, which is kind of annoying because it's like $80, but it just has to be done. And the third thing I'm going to buy is that black skirt that I picked up today from Uniqlo. I'm going to go and pick that up in green. They have like a khaki green as well because I'm thinking that that can be worn with like quite a few things that I have here, which helps me make a few more outfits. I'm going to go buy those 3 things tomorrow, and then I honestly think that I'm basically like, that's the clothes ready. Obviously I still have to do toiletries, makeup, etc., but those things are kind of easier because I don't need to go buy anything for that. So I'm feeling very happy with my progress. I think the plan now is Stephen and I are going to go to the supermarket and pick up some food for dinner, and I honestly think that is kind of like our evening done. We're going to watch the latest episode of Severance, which is the show that we've been watching, which I feel like every man and their dog is watching at the minute, but we are hooked on it. It's like so good. So anyway, I think I'm going to end the video there. So if you did make it all the way to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed it. Make sure you give it a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe if you want to see more videos, and I will see you next week, which I think is going to be the Korea vlog.